All right. So it's around 6:28 p.m. now. So the evening now. So it's the evening. We're already in 1.5 hour in within the market. Looking at the chart, we've got one demo trade in. Today's demo anyway, so I have two trades entered on Euro USD and GBP USD. Both of them are in different time frame. I entered I entered both on the 5 minute time frame. I'm going to show you guys. But more of a retracement trade, so I will do a trade breakdown overall, because end of the day it's demo trade, but still I would love to do a trade breakdown so you guys can get educated on the side of on how and why I took the trade and what confluence and the psychology that was back behind it. On mentally, like, just blocked. I had a mental fog. I took my notebook and I started journaling, and I came home at around 3. Finished with my studies and everything, came home at around 3, and that's when I sat down, and then this brain fog hit me, this thought of or this feeling that, like, let me just leave this thing behind, let me just leave trading all aside, because right now I'm doing eCom, and I told you guys previously that I had cash flow issues and that, and now I'm trying to sort that. But what I really wanted to talk about is that don't really deep everything. Of course, some problems in your life that may arise will be very serious, but don't ever deep it to the extent where you are over stressing and getting anxiety and then wanting to quit the thing you're doing. Always know that there's always going to be a solution. No matter what, there's always going to be a solution somewhere out there. You just have to go and look for it, and eventually it's going to come along your way. Obviously, if you're just sitting, it's not going to come. But it doesn't mean you should give up what you're doing. You should just put in the action, and eventually it will come from a direction that was least expected. At the end of the day, if it doesn't, then you're still gonna find a way out. I mean, that's how it works the majority of the time. So I have no concern and issue in regards to that. So hence why, no way any doubt that do come along the way, I cannot use that as an excuse to leave trading aside or leave my e-commerce journey aside, because I know these things are what's going to take me to the next level, and these are the things that I can share value off of, and help you guys out there that are on the same path, that are creating their first store but are struggling, and those of you who are getting on their trading journey and they're struggling to understand the psychology behind it, the trading strategy behind it, creating it, or even just the basic foundations. I want to be that person that shows that it is possible, because I've done it from scratch and ground up, documenting it on my channel, and I want it to be a testament of pure dedication, and the journey to be just there for everybody to see. That is most important for me. I got this trade which we took today, and it was within the 5-minute chart. It was demo, of course. I already explained to you guys why I'm trading on demo, until I can show myself that I'm pretty much more confident within my strategy. Then I'm gonna move back to trading live capital and funded accounts. Over here I saw this doji candle being formed, and then a break of structure, then price came back, tapped on into these order blocks. So when price came and tapped into these order blocks right here, I saw it also sweeping these liquidities over here, okay, and then also filling this fair value gap. So that's 3 confirmations. It filled order block, filled the fair value gap, and took liquidity out of the marketplace. I had a break of structure that then confirmed to me this is also a very high confluence break of structure. So that happened, and then I waited for a pullback, which is on the 5-minute. We can go down, and price tapped in here, orders got placed, targeting all the way to these lows, which are the lows of the 1 hour and the liquidity of the 4 hour, actually, with this big wick that was formed on the 4 hour, as you could see right here, which I expected price to take. We also had an imbalance, so that was more of a confluence. But if we go on the daily, we were also bullish. We had break-in structure to the upside. So this trade was basically off of my rules, kind of within the confluence and everything, but the main thing was the bias. The bias was out of place because I took it as a retracement trade, and retracement trades are something that I need to avoid at all cost. Okay, back into it, entered over here, and price started accumulating and distributing downwards. As you can see, I expect price to take these lows out over here, and yeah, basically that is the objective. Or we may even want to exit depending on how price looks like. All right, so we'll just let it go. Just finished a bit of more work on my store. So yeah, what I was focusing on today was just steps and things that I can add so that I can increase my CVR, my conversion rate, to convert more people, because that's the main issue. That's the main issue I had. That is the main issue I had when I was live, is that I had around 5 abundant checkouts, which if those checkouts did go through, then I would have been a bit more on the profitable side, or at least on the break even. So I'm looking at that, trying to optimize that, and just try to make it as excellent as possible, so that when I go live again, I do not have the same issue again. So that is well more optimized, so that I can have more trust in the web shop and everything like that. So I don't want to show my own shop, but yeah, I did the changes. I had all of these noted down. So yeah, the changes are made. I will go over some stores in another video to judge their store, but I'm not in a position to do that, as I haven't been, doing great numbers with my own store. So once I can, really do that, then I can go on and judge other people's stores for you guys and, do a review. But yeah, I have my store. I need to plug the name, but you can see that these are the products that I have. I have listed them, and I need to change a lot of stuff. I need to change the collection. So basically on the homepage, I need to change and make it. I need to make the navigations better, so I can add men's and women's section. And then on the product page, I need to make it more trustworthy. So those small little tweaks and changes, that when people come onto your web shop, onto your website, when the first time you create an ad, they need to really feel the sense of trust and know that they can buy something off of your website. That is the most important thing. So yeah, my main focus is that. Now it's around 7:40. There isn't much time left for me to go to training jiu-jitsu, so I have to go running and then do a bit of weightlifting and finish all that up quicker, because I do that literally outside in the nature, so I don't have to transport and take extra time. I don't have to transport and take extra time, so that's much better for me, so that I can come back and do a bit of more work and read some book and then sleep. But yeah, that is basically it. I had to do that. Now we can get into that. Let's go. I just don't want to be one of those guys that show you, this lifestyle and all of these kind of things, even that I'm not doing great. I know a lot of people that are out there, they're not doing great themselves on their business or on their own trading journey, but then they start flashing on people and start milking their fans, and end of the day, what happens is they ruin their overall long-term reputation. 10 years and 20 years down the line, done, that's it, they don't make money. But I just want to give value and value and value back to back, because the more value you give in the marketplace and you don't get paid for it, if you don't get paid for it and you're giving value for 5 years, do believe that after that 5 years, if you were to sell something, you would make so much money, 10 times more than the person who at first starts milking the shit out of their fans. So that's the way of thinking with it. And yeah, that's the approach that I'm taking. But yeah, let's go. Let's get on with the night. It's gonna be very late, so I have to continue. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Once I see proper profitability within 3 months, then I'm gonna switch over to funded. But today we took a trade on Euro USD. Honestly, I broke one of my rules in my confluences, which was to not take any trade if the 15-minute has not given a liquidity sweep, which then the 15-minute did not give the liquidity sweep, and I still took a trade, which means I broke First rule of my trade. Second is to have a higher time frame liquidity demand zone or a liquidity pool to target. That could be a liquidity like a buy side or a sell side. That could be a void. Any of that sort I did not see, and I basically entered off, targeting levels that were not even certain to go and take out. If we look at the other trade that we had the other day, it was in our favor and in our rules, and we abided by everything because we're back fresh and we had taken trade back after so long. And then the moment we thought, okay, I dropped my bottle, but anyways, what I wanted to get on as the point was that, when you're back and you have a winning trade, you start to get that sense of confidence. And I just realized that trading is just full on emotions and psychology. Like, that's literally 80% of the things. I think it's mindset. 80% of the thing is mindset, and I think that applies within every other business. And then the rest is just the technical side and aspect of things like risk management and overall strategy that you have for yourself. So you could see how every time I have like a mistake or a decision that I take is usually derived from making a bad emotional guess and like having emotions take control of everything and reflect on the chart, which is so bad. But trading is like a self-improvement game, and overall, even the best traders out there, they have losing days, they have losing streaks, and they end up becoming a 50, 60, 70% profitable trader. A lot of them have the 60%, 50%. None of them are 100% win rate trader. So you have to understand this. People make mistakes, but it's about every time you get back, how you get back, and what risk you apply, and how you journal, and how you take the losses, and how you take the hits, and that's how important it is. So it's already been, now it's Thursday, tomorrow's going to be the last trading day, and I'm going to update you guys on my trading and eCom. I hope you guys like this. It's more of like a week, on the week basis documenting on the daily. So then once the weekend hits, then I'll edit this video and then post it and everything like that. But yeah, this is just something that I'm doing. For those of you who are interested, okay, great, you're watching it, and I'm loving that, and I'm so grateful for that. But then also for myself, for years to go by and just document it and look at it, is gonna be something to be admired by. But anyways, I'm gonna get back to the charts, finish the journaling, and then I'm gonna do some eCom work, optimizing my store. So yeah, right now I'm just optimizing my store, looking at my data sheets, at my ad creatives, and seeing where I can improve, creating documents. So then as soon as Chinese New Year ends, I'm gonna optimize everything, and then as soon as Chinese New Year ends, I'm gonna make my store go live, run ads, and go on about that as well. So yeah, everything is gonna be documented. Everything is gonna be shown. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'll catch you guys later. We also have a training to go today too. So yeah. Alright guys, so basically I just finished with the trading session. Well, I really didn't even finish. I didn't take no trades today. It's Friday, it's the end of the week, and I was just looking at the charts and I got really frustrated. And while I was doing that, I was working on my store as well and optimizing that. It's been taking a while now with the coding and everything. I'm doing it all myself, fixing the back end. We're almost done with January. We're getting into February, and I'm gonna be looking on products at around February 5th or 6th, and filling up my sheets, and then looking to go back live at February 7th, and hopefully that's when my suppliers are open. But let's leave that aside. As for trading and just business life in general, I was just sitting on my desk at 6:30, and now it's around. I had to get my phone. It's 7:07, and honestly, 30 minutes was just wasted with me lying down on my bed and just being so frustrated with this valley of despair, or with this pivot, or this point that I'm in. Because sometimes, you just get so frustrated when things are not going the way you want them to go, when things are not going, how you want it to go. It gets so tough, especially with eCom and my whole entire journey that I've started. Starting out, Chinese New Year coming in, running into cash flow issues, with the ads going in loss, you know, then looking for solutions with freelancing activities to bring in cash flow, and then having trading on the side, and then that inflicting, and then my personal life, family, and stuff like that inflicting within this as well. It all bottles up, and usually you don't feel it. So day to day, from like Monday to Thursday, I didn't even feel it, and then up until I was just sitting on the charts, so much had happened, and then so much was coming at me, and I think that is when you really see how strong you are. Is if I continued sitting on that bed and sleeping and just, you know, giving up on this moment, then, honestly, that's when the respect to myself just downgrades even more. But then I went on a call with my best friend and my brother, and I told him, this is the problem. I had it in mind. I had my running shoes prepared. I was gonna go for a run, but he told me, sitting there thinking you're not gonna get the answers, rather help yourself out, go for a run, and then maybe God is gonna just show you the answer, which is such a beautiful phrase from him. And I'm so grateful that in life you need to be that person for people, and and you need to be there for them, and then they're gonna be there for you at such times as well, to uplift you, and that is exactly what you need. That is exactly what you need, and that's what's gonna help you. And then also really journal down and get your thoughts out, and start to free from your heart, and that's also another way that can help you a lot. So yeah, enough of that. Life is like that. Shit's gonna get to you, but it's not what comes at you, it's what you do with it, and that's what really matters at the end of the day. So if I'm feeling all that mental cloud now, and the frustration, doesn't really matter. I close my laptop, no trades. I'm gonna take it a pause, go for a run, work out, come back, eat some good food, then probably go to a coffee shop and just chill, and then get back to work, and then look at the charts, and then fix my store, and then call it a night and sleep, and then wake up tomorrow and just repeat. That is how you know kick in. You start jabbing, you get up, you go defend, and then you start attacking again. It's exactly how it works. You can apply martial arts into life. That's another topic as in itself that I want to go to later on in another video, of how martial arts changed my perspective in business and life. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a run now. Let's get my shoes, and let's get my outfit ready, and we're gonna go off for a run.
Everyone thinks you're crazy until it works. You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path.
Let's go.
Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not.
Alright, so I finished my run. I had banger of a food. I had pizza, and I had some noodles, chicken. But yeah, this was just because it's, Friday night, and I need to eat and consume a lot of food, because, the week goes by, there's studies, there's work, there's training, and everything like that. I don't get to consume much food, so then I use the weekend as an advantage to consume a good amount of food as possible. But yeah, that's pretty much it. the run basically helped me clear my head. Now it's around 10:20. I'm gonna go on the charts, just do like a post-market review because I didn't trade, and the weekend is here now, so I can focus more on ecom. And also, I'll have another video coming out regarding the cash flow situation that I was facing and how I'm gonna be solving it, or what steps I'm gonna take. But currently, I stand by in like a position where I'm very, that's where my frustration came from. But it's not that much of a big deal because at the end of the day, there's always gonna be a solution to it. But yeah, I'm just gonna go to bed after checking the charts and seeing how price played out. I will just end off the video right there. Friday night, you know. Oh, I'm gonna take these glasses off. Probably looks weird, but yeah, I just showered, so yeah, it probably looks weird, but end of the night, completely, I feel great. End of the day, when you do so much within your day and then the day ends, you kind of get happy because you're like, okay, it feels more successful in a sense. But yeah, I'm truly grateful for everything and every single thing in my life and for people that I can count on. My mother, my sisters, my brother, and the close friends that I have that I can turn back on. Everything is something that I should be grateful as in itself. The fact that I can pick this camera up every single day and record and document, this is something that I'm so grateful for. The fact that I can document, look at all these great people that made it, but there was no form of documentation. If I can get to a level